he should be a fucking felon. He's paid for sex. He's bought prostitutes before. Like, go to jail. Anyway. And then he says, she's used the clout she built off of my community now to get, go on podcasts. I'm going on. I had no idea he was going on the Whatever podcast, and I planned this a month ago. I literally planned to go on the Whatever podcast over a month ago, and I, like, existed, like, nobody on my Instagram knows about Steven. Nobody on my Instagram knows about Steven. This is, like, a very small community, completely away from my previous
You wouldn't go after a
community.
husband, though, would you? If they're married, then yeah, both incomes become at risk. Of course I would.
Brian had no clue who I was. He didn't know that I was a feminist.
That's the beauty of being married.
About me.
You're in it together, boys.
Again, and then, let's see. It's not like Anna or someone who I've had problems with. It's someone who's... Okay, so this is 3 messages away from each other. No, it's 6 messages away from each other. She's literally a false abuser who's all but accused me as 3 messages later. She's the worst type of woman. It's someone who's literally false accused me.
Wait until they marry. Defamation claims have a 1-year statutory limit, so...
How can both things be true? How can you say that I've all but accused you of rape, which, like, super loaded and emotional, and then say that I literally false rape accused you?
That would full on be morally indefensible if you bankrupted her husband and nothing to do with this. First of all, I'm not going to bankrupt anybody. They said they're rich. Secondly, when you're married, you become at risk for your partner's financial liabilities. If a woman were to take out, or if a man were to take out a $5 million loan and go bankrupt, you don't think his wife would be responsible? Of course he would. That's part of getting married. Part of getting married is you are now financially tied to the person that you're getting married to. Marriage is a romantic and a business proposition. That's literally what marriage is. Yeah, of course. If Melina was out here taking a whole bunch of fucking crazy loans or doing crazy shit, then I would be on the hook for it. That's part of being her husband. This is part of having, like, yeah, of course.
Only attention I've ever gotten from coming forward about being uncomfortable with the dynamic I was in Steven's orbit is negative attention. It's just literally people harassing me. Like, it's just DGGers harassing me. What attention do I get? Like, it's just... there's something so wrong. I think that Steven's also mad that, like, he could have Anna come back and in and out of his life on his terms, and I've just completely been like, dude, I don't want to fucking talk to you, you're a loser.
Why did you re-add me on Discord then to talk shit?
Bothers him. And that he can't shut me up. I think that also really bothers him. Like, yeah. I think that Steven's really mad that he can't control the world like he can control DGG. Right? He can't control. I go on whatever, I get really good reviews on whatever, I do really well, and then he gets really, really fucking mad because he can't control all of public perception of me.
So true, Queen.
Right? Like, he can't, like, he can go on and say Lav bad, Lav's a liar, Lav's whatever. That'd be super cringe to do. That'd be super cringe to do. Especially because he's like, I mean, you can, at that point, it's damages to my career, right? At that point, it's defamation, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. His whole lawsuit thing that he's trying to do with me, I have not lied about anything in regards to Steven. I have not, there's no defamation, there's no damages, there's no nothing, so... Not really sure what this cease and desist is going to look like. Maybe I'll read it on stream. Not sure what the cease and desist is going to look like, especially if he can't stop fucking talking about me, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Know what I'm saying?
But there's certainly not going to be a fucking lawsuit because there's no laws being broken. There's no judge, no lawyer is going to take anything he said seriously. So, like, I think he can convince DGG. He can convince DGG, but he can't convince a court system or the general population. So, it's just a little silly. That discovery phase of the lawsuit is going to be crazy. What can you really do about a lying little white woman? Absolutely nothing. Oh god, you guys are cringe. The brigade's coming in. The brigade's coming in. Both of you can't stop talking about each other. I don't talk about him unless he talks about me. I literally, like, it's been weeks, and he's literally brought me up on his stream multiple times. Even Abba was like, dude, what are you doing? It's cringe. He's obsessed with me. He's obsessed with me. You accused him of No, I didn't! Dude, you guys are crazy. I won't be reading the comments anymore. Any stupid comments anymore.
Based.
White men protecting their daddy, sure. Like, you guys are fucking... You guys are idiots.
True.
But anyway. Just fuck already? Disgusting. Disgusting.
She's right, though.
Anyway,
What damages can you provide?
Now.
In California, I've already spoke to the lawyer about this. I think in California, I think there are some statutory damages due to, it's the types of claims that are being made. I'd have to go back and ask them again. But I don't necessarily have to prove damages for this type of defamation claim. I don't remember what he said exactly. If there's a lawyer in here, there's like certain types of defamation claims where some damages are statutory. You don't have to prove damages. Or the penalties are statutory. Or there's a name for this. I don't remember.
God, DGGers are so retarded.
Isn't she in Utah now? Wait, is she?
Smart. If you were
Why the fuck is she in Utah? Is that true?
But anyway. Thanks for watching.
Oh, whatever. I can always just check her Kiwi Farm shit to see where the server paper is at. The reason why I chose California is because I think California is a bit more favorable. And I think... and because that's where the defamatory claims were made. So there's like... I think he said that I could do federal jurisdiction, I could do it in Florida, or I could try to do it in California, so... She said that on Darius' stream, I'd be like, eh, well, I guess we'll find out when papers are served. Her husband might be able to be served as well, or her fiance, possibly, if they're married, but I guess we'll find out, huh? Lawsuit to get money or a retraction from her under oath? I don't know, it depends on how mean my lawyer is. I was super honest with him. I was like, I want to be really brutal with this, so I don't know if I'll push for retraction or not. Generally, if I get people to shut the fuck up and stop talking about me completely, I'm usually okay. Like, I was okay for that under, the phrase is per se defamation. That might have been it. But I don't know with her if it's enough for her to just not talk about me. I might push for a retraction from her. I'm not sure. The thing is that for Keffels, there wasn't really much money to go after. So if I pushed that like all the way, that lawyer, the lawyer that I had in Canada was very expensive. That was a $600 an hour lawyer that helped me draft the cease and desist and push that potentially to court on that. This guy in the US is a lot more reasonable, but Lav makes money. She has like assets to go after. So it makes more sense to push farther. It makes more sense to push more aggressively into this if I can't get a retraction, you know? Are you concerned about any anti-slap stuff? No. From the Harvey Weinstein comment, I think gets me over the anti-slap stuff like pretty easily. Like the comments she's made are insanely egregious. And the fact that it's shown up on like in Mr. Girl's article and across so many YouTube channels and stuff, I think that's a pretty insane comment to make, so. Should you not be discussing this on stream? What does it matter? I think I'm in the right. I'm not saying anything that's going to hurt my case. Like, I think she's defamed me. The statements have already been made in the past. It's not like we can undo what's already happened. like what's the... It's not like I'm suing her because I'm, like, trying to be, I'm, like, lying about anything I'm saying. Like, she's legitimately defamed the fuck out of me. She's legitimately lying about me. She's legitimately, like, fixed this in time across multiple mediums, across multiple platforms, and she knows that it's false, right? Not only she defamed me, I think it literally rises to the actual malice standard. And, yeah, fuck her. Why aren't you going this hard against Max? Okay, I'm only going to say this one more time, okay? For defamation against public figures, you have to prove that the person was acting with malice, okay? Meaning that they are almost certainly knowing that the claims they're making against you aren't true. I don't think with Max, I think Max actually thinks I'm a weird serial abuser or whatever. So legally, he's not really touchable. I think he's fucking crazy, and he thinks I am a serial abuser with women. So I can't, there's nothing you can really do to Max legally. Like, it's not defamation if he believes it. For Lav... I think Lav No, I know that Lav knows she's lying. She's absolutely making it up, and she wants the attention from it. It's a different type of thing. Lav knows she's lying. She's acting with malice. I don't think Max is. How do you know she's intentionally lying? Because she's contradicted herself so many different times that it's become obvious. So for instance, that when she says, I was uncomfortable because of the openness of our sexual relationship, but then later on she says, oh, me and my fiance closed our relationship at that time. Well, then that means you weren't uncomfortable. You just made that up. You post hoc added that. When she says things like, oh, I knew when he did the Welcome to the Orbiters Club that we were in pay for play, but then later on she says, Mr. Girl pointed out that he said that. I didn't even realize that at the time. Oh, then you didn't feel that pressure. That's not true. And then when we spoke personally on Discord, and she's like, no, there's nothing you did wrong. I don't think you could have done anything differently. That's a lot different than her saying you should have been more like she's contradicted herself several times, and the contradictions are ones that have her rewriting history to make a more favorable narrative towards what she believes. Right? That's like it's malicious. At the very least, like Mr. Girl has been consistent in thinking I'm some weird serial sexual coercive abuser guy. Like Mr. Girl's been consistent because he probably thinks it. But Lav is literally rewriting these things because she wants it to favor her argument more. Because she's acting with malice, I would say. All right, bye. Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.